love what you've done with it. It opens.
It opens?
Why is that not centered?
Why is it not centered?
Alex. Do gamers enter the front door?
Sometimes. Of course. Like, we're the only people that live here, so we do everything ourselves. The 5 core members.
Cool.
So I'll get you guys in. So this is usually the living area. It's been transformed into a streaming sensor, and this is usually James, which is our top laner. This is another room, but it's also been turned into a broadcasting studio. This is storage. That's when we do our laundry. I need to see. This is what we usually do. Usually just mess around. This is James's bed.
Do you just have the one part redemption on the broadcast, or how much?
Total. My manager is has his own company. It's networking, so he's sort of done it all. But I believe he only has one. Yes.
Is there a reason why you here as opposed to
Yes. There's definitely, because Lithcom, if you look at the circle of Sydney, from this point backwards is where NBN starts. Anything closer to the city, NBN doesn't exist. So
deliberately for the NBN.
The reason that we're out this far, we would Ride Offices, which is the company that we tend to go to a fair bit, is all the way in the city. But this was the best house that we could get in terms of NBN as well as being close to the Ride Offices.
And it was
So it's turned this one, as you were saying.
Yeah.
and it was specifically NBN, like fiber to the basement or something like that.
Yeah, so that's the kitchen, backyard obviously, looking up there. We do cook a fair bit. We don't eat junk food. Surprisingly, if you ever look at the fridge, we're all sort of trying to pick up the art of cooking. We've had turns each night.
So you cook communally, like you cook for the whole team?
Yeah. Sort of, I guess it's a bonding activity.
Cool.
But also it's just, I think everyone's really enthusiastic to learn how to cook. It's something about moving out, because a lot of these guys are living at home. This is their first year living out.
This is practically their first share house.
Pretty much, pretty much. So we want to learn all the things of, what it's like to live by yourself.
So who's the worst cook?
Who's the worst cook? No. I don't know. I think James, because we usually cook in pairs, but if you see James and Calvin, you can ask them. Because they don't tend to be too confident.
So does the ASUS pay for it?
ASUS paid for a decent chunk, but also the players, all of us contribute. Part of our winnings and how much we get.
And you reckon in the month you go improve to the month of just being a player?
That's usually just a hide.
Sorry.
I thought he was
Yeah, we definitely
sadly not a disturbed human.
We were known before as a team, which is when people were together, we improved and played better. And that was one of the main reasons as to why we wanted this to happen. So it's definitely, we see results and through improvement, and this is working really well. And we just hope that it continues throughout the rest of the year. Cool. Well, I'll take you guys upstairs now if you want. I'll show you how to go around.
Quite frankly, just the nicest house. And none of us, well, actually, only Aaron is actually from Sydney. So the concept of which suburbs you put in not, we didn't really understand at the time.
So this is Calvin's room. He was working about private.
Wow.
Well, I'm actually out for... It's the biggest room by far. James is currently using this as he doesn't have a room. But that's the bathroom. That's his own personal closet.
Cool.
And
Or if you just want to drop it by sometime you do it, that's cool. But yeah,
he's also got a decent balcony. He's got the only balcony.
what do the neighbors think of having
A bunch of nerds next door. Well, I've talked to these guys, and they seem pretty nice.
Okay.
I haven't seen much of these guys though.
Do they think it's strange that this is okay?
Seeing the massive banner at the front of the house, I definitely think got me
Is the
going.
banner always there?
No, just for this event.
So while we're talking about living arrangements, can you tell us about what the daily schedule is?
Sure. So we tend to start at around 11 a.m. 11 a.m. everyone has to be up. Usually we start our first scrim block around 2. So you have that's 3 hours before we actually start. So that means having breakfast, having a shower, washing up, cleaning yourself. I myself and Tim tend to go to the gym in those hours, as we prefer to go early in the morning before we scrim. We have a 2 till 5 block, which is just hard practice, and then we have a 5 till 8 3-hour gap again, which is for dinner, doing your laundry, doing whatever else you need to do, and then we have 8 till 11 another scrim block. So there's 2 scrim blocks a day of 6 hours.
Are any of you studying?
Yes, and I believe Curtis is online, but I attend UTS in the city.
So it's just you're studying and no one else has other commitments or part-time jobs or something like that?
The thing about eSports in Oceania is it's definitely not as big as the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm going into second year now, but
What are you studying?
communications.
No future in it.
That's what I was thinking,
So-
but I don't think so with the people.
Excellent. That's
So bed at 11 or free time?
Sorry?
Bed at 11 or free time?
Well, usually a lot of people like to stream after those hours. Those are usually hours that you can stream, but bedtime's usually around 12 till 1.
So you personally, other than League, what do you do in your after hours? Other games, or you like to watch YouTube movies or read or stuff?
I'm real big into movies, but I tend to, because we have Saturdays and Sundays off.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, we do have like off days, so those are the times you get to spend time with your girlfriends, you go watch movies, you do whatever else you need to do.
Do you get to have parties here? Do you ever have parties?
No,
This is a party. He's having a party right now. Catered party.
No, but we do. I know, but we do have friends over sometimes, but nothing really that big that will, build a bad reputation for us.
So
This is like a big. ASUS are contributing a fair bit, so this isn't really our house. We're more sharing with them.
So just to be clear, you have a coach and a manager, or what's the structure?
Our
Both.
coach, I'm not sure if you've met Arn. He's downstairs, but he's the coach, and
So just for some readers and viewers who are not too familiar with esports scene, what's the difference in terms of structure between a coach and a manager in terms of organisation for you guys?
Okay, so like a manager doesn't do anything game related. He will do sponsorships, other people who wants to talk to the players. A coach primarily looks at making sure the players are mentally fit, as well as just good within, there's a good environment within everyone.
So does your coach have a league background or other esport, or
He owns his own business.
because he's not from the industry, so to speak, just
Yeah.
saw an opportunity in you guys and thought he would go with it.
Pretty much.
And so what about your background, always league, or have you played other esports, or?
So I originally went into Dota in my early years of high school, and then I started League when it first got released in 2009, and I've been playing it ever since.
So and you guys is this an official Riot championship ladder here? Is it? How does it work in terms of what are you guys playing against to get the end goal?
I'll show you how the rooms are added to you.
Okay.
But the layout here is there's a tournament there's 2 seasons a year, and it's called the OPL. OPL, Oceanic Pro League, and it's over 10 weeks. This is my room. Probably the cleanest.
No, you won't.
But this is.
So do you guys all have the same rigs, or?
We've been given by ASUS.
So
we've all been fortunate enough to have the same stuff, same layout pretty much.
Yep. So the OPL, is that part of Riot, or that's a locally organised?
Part of Riot.
Okay. So The end goal of that, what? So if you win the OPL, for example, that gets you a spot in the world finals, or
It
what else?
gives you a spot in what's called wildcards. Wildcards is where you verse other undeveloped regions,
Okay.
and then you have a chance to go into Worlds and verse, for example, North America and Europe. And this is Curtis's room. Curtis has probably the second biggest room. Yeah. As you can see, we've all tidy our rooms. He doesn't usually look like this. He's probably the messiest out of us all. Yeah. That's it, pretty much. Cool. There's a bathroom. There's also more storage on the left here. Second bathroom on the right here, which 3 of us use. And finally, this is Tim, our captain's. No, it mustn't.
That's automatic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
You guys got any questions?
I think you answered this already. Yeah, cheers.
So I noticed somebody else's headphones there. So what are you guys allowed to use in terms of you have to use sponsors equipment and not sponsors equipment? How does it work?
We generally are given gear, and we just use the gear honestly, because either we don't have it or the gear that we did.
So it's pretty much on individual in terms of getting that sort of gear in terms of sponsorship, because that's somebody else's headphones, for example. Yeah, that's not an ASUS headphone.
That's Tim's headphones.
Yeah.
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 So he uses those for his computer.
Yeah, because in terms of some esports, sometimes everyone uses the same keyboard or headphones. Sometimes people bring their own in terms of they're more comfortable with their own and so on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we don't really have many problems with gear. We're pretty comfortable with the gear we have there.
More shit everywhere. Actually, as someone who has a lot of shit everywhere, this makes me really edgy from how everything is. Yeah. Where are your toys? Yeah, where are the bookcases?
That's pretty much it.
So how's the season started already, or how long 4 weeks in? How long does it go for?
10 weeks.
10 weeks. And then that you have to go to the local final, and then we go through the process we discussed earlier, is it?
And we have